Welcome to Learn the Sword. Today we're going to be working on drawing patterns with a simple iaito. This is your basic run-of-the-mill sword. If you see the tsuba here, some of them you'll know what the model number is and what kind of sword it is, but it's a real basic light iaito that works pretty well on drawing and has a pretty good whistle too. What I want us to think about is the correct patterns of drawing. So I'm going to be drawing upwards, I'm going to be drawing horizontal, I'm going to be drawing downwards, and I'll also be coming downwards on this side here too. And after a minute or two, you'll see the patterns and you'll just start practicing along. So as I pull the sword, you pull the sword, and we'll turn this into a small little workout. And just lift it up and start working it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start pulling the sword in and trying to find the patterns that I'm pulling it out at, and after a little while, it works pretty well. And we're not really making any cuts yet, but we're just working on the draw. Pull, get to here, and draw. If the sword feels like it gets out here and it's too far out and you start feeling like you're coming forward, pull, stand up tall, pull the saya backwards, and that will alleviate most of those problems. You can hear there's a little tone. Hear it when I come out. Just a little bit. Usually cutting upwards, you don't hear that much tone. Now you can hear the sword moving in and out of the saya a lot. It's making a lot of noise. Well, it isn't the best, but then again, it's easy to pull and you'll practice more. Now, if your hands start aching about this time or maybe a few minutes ago, here it's starting to ache a little bit, or your forearm's getting a little bit warm, it's normal and that's the way it is. All you do is stand, shake out your hands a couple of times, and go back at it. Now, for some of us who have a difficult time using it that way, and you go, you know, I want to give my other hand a break, well, come on in and do it opposite. And the reason why is, you might as well be the best on both sides. And now it's going to feel a little different when you try to put the sword away. Remember, it's like throwing a ball with your right hand and then your left hand. It just won't feel right. But after a little bit of practice, your opponent won't see the difference. You'll just feel a slight difference. But just adjust it around your waist and horizontal cut. Bring it back, and then all of a sudden you say, oh yeah, I can feel the patterns a little bit more after the first couple of movements here. Now, you might not get as much tone, and your arm's going to feel like it's a little bit wider. Because mostly on the right side, you've been like this, but on the left side, you feel full, like this. Remember, bring your elbows in, be akimbo, and model exactly and mirror exactly off of this side and this side. Most people don't go this far. But then again, if you want to be proficient, you must be proficient. Because if something happens to this hand, you're just going to stand there and go, hit the other cheek. Nevertheless, Now, a lot of the times when you're throwing out the sword horizontally and this isn't adjusted, it's going to feel real bad and you feel like your sword's moving up and down like that. Hey, that's just normal sorting, and after a little bit of time, you'll get better. So remember, don't quit on this stuff. It's really hard with the left hand, but after a little bit of time, then it starts focusing in a little bit better. And then all of a sudden, the cuts are smoother, like that, and then all of a sudden you're moving in and out of it. Now, right foot, you might stand in a steadfast position, whereas the left side, you're not used to it and you're moving and going back forward. Work it in, and then later down the road, go to a steadfast position. And by now, your left arm should be really, really tired or sore, pulling around here. Your right hand isn't too bad, but you're starting to see, oh, my left hand is not what we say cramped anymore. So pull the sword out, come back over to this side, and then start pulling the sword because, oh, this is so much easier. The draws and the pulls are just so much better. The angles feel a lot. See that? See how that works in? So, go around, cut different corners of the room. And start working on those aspects.